Welcome everyone to another episode of Kitchen and Culture. My name is Silvia Mangealene and I am the president and the co-founder of Kulia Culture Society. But before I go any further, I would like to do a land acknowledgement, and I would like to acknowledge that we are on the lands of the Lakwangini speaking peoples, also known as the Songhees and the Esquimalt First Nations, on whose land we are now living, we are now working, and we are so grateful to be able to raise our children here. Now, today we have Chef Erkan. Erkan is from Turkey, so Erkan is gonna bring us flavors from the eastern part of Turkey, right?
Yeah.
Western part of Turkey. So, but I'm going to, through the episode, I'm going to allow Erkan to explain and to talk to you what type of ingredients they use in this dish. So Erkan, please, can you please tell us first your name and then tell us what type of dish are you gonna be cooking for us today?
Thank you, Sylvia. My name is Erkan. I am the guest chef today from Turkey. Mm-hmm. And with you today, we are going to cook very traditional Turkish recipe, leeks with olive oil.
Okay, so we're going to have here, we have all of our ingredients. So would you like to name them, please, for our viewers?
Sure, thank you. The main ingredients today, Sylvia, leeks, and of course the star is olive oil.
Of course.
And to add color, we are going to have carrots inside of this dish today, and also onions.
Perfect. So I just want to tell to our viewers that these leeks are already washed, right?
Exactly.
And they're clean. So would you like to give a tip to our viewers on how to properly wash leeks, and what is the process that you follow to wash leeks?
Sure. But also, I forgot to tell, also we have some optional ingredients
Of course. These are optionals. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
For example, when you cook leeks, it gets very soft. So I like the crunchiness, so I like to add chickpeas. Also, chickpeas will add protein to our dish. And also, we have two different types of rice, a kind of rice. One of them is rice.
White rice.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is bulgur.
Bulgur. I love that name. Can you say it again to our participants?
Sure, bulgur.
Bulgur. Okay, we got it, yeah.
And I can say that this is cracked wheat. So if our audience have gluten sensitivity, maybe they can just have with rice,
Yeah.
Or if they have maybe like diabetics, or if they want to have less sugar inside of this dish, then bulgur will be their option today. But for me, I like to mix them.
Excellent. And we are going to mix them today, right?
Exactly.
Excellent.
And also, I like the taste of garlic. So we are going to add a real good amount of garlic.
Right.
And also it is optional, if a person prefer not to add it, it is completely okay. Mm-hmm. And we have salt and sugar. Mm-hmm. Salt, I prefer kosher salt because it is not finest, so it is easy to measure and add. For cooking, I prefer kosher salt.
So you don't exceed yourself when you use, so it's easier to measure.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So for our audience who has table salt, they should add less than what I will add to the dish. Or if the audience has sea salt, pink salt, maybe then they will enjoy if they add more sea salt.
Okay.
And sugar, in Turkey we love to add sugar to all olive oil recipes because it adds balance, and also it helps suppress the bitterness if you have any ingredient is a little bit bitter, or also not today, but if one of your ingredient is more acidic, like tomato, it will help to reduce the other acidity.
Okay, so we have sugar. We use sugar to reduce the bitterness as well as the acidity of some vegetables. Right, perfect, yeah.
So as you asked me, let's start with
a tip
show how
to our viewers
prepare.
as to how you peel and wash the leeks.
For example, Sylvia, I like to cut out the eggs first. You know, these are beautiful leeks today.
Nice.
So I don't need to.
It's nice to hear that beautiful leeks today. Yeah, yeah.
And also, you know, if your leek, this is maybe for this one not necessary, but I want to show. It is good to one or two layers.
To remove one layer. Yeah.
One or two layers off. And the other thing for leek, we should be very careful, especially the green parts. You can see sands, so it has to be washed very well.
Right.
How I will cut? I like to cut diagonally because I like how it looks when you cut diagonally. How leeks look better.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Right. So you're saying that to wash it, we have to cut it first.
Yes.
All right. So you hear that to wash the leek properly, we cut it first, and he's gonna cut it in diagonal.
Exactly.
kind of sizes like this, leek, right?
Exactly. For example, I like to cut between 2 or 3 centimeters, because if you cut too thin, when it cooks, it will
shrink or expand.
Lose the shape.
I see.
So
okay.
if you cut it a little bit bigger, like 3 centimeters around, then even though after it cooked, still it will keep the shape.
Right, I see.
But especially these green parts, today they are beautiful, but these layers, most of the time you can see sands.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Surprise,
a bit of salt, yeah. So we can see that. So this is what we want to avoid, this sand here. Yeah.
The white part, most of the time you cannot see the sand, but the edge, the green part, you will be ready for the sand. So what I like to do, even for example, this one, I want to cut one side a little bit, so I will be able to reach each layer when I wash it.
Yeah, perfect. Also, so once you open them like that, then you soak them into water, right? So let's show our participants here how to do it.
Exactly. So I like to use a container or bowl like this. So after I cut, I like to add all the leeks inside of it, and then, maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes, it is safe to wait inside of water, to soak them in water.
And does it matter the temperature of the water?
I like cold.
Cold,
because we don't want to start
water,
cooking process. Yes, so.
Yeah, we don't want to start cooking the leeks.
No.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Yes.
So
this one you can see why we need to wash it. Otherwise, all these sands will come inside of our plate.
Right.
So I like to cut these diagonal shapes. Put inside of cold water, how you describe, like you are preparing a salad. Yes.
Right.
Always we like to wait them in water.
Yeah.
Even sometimes we add vinegar. Maybe it's a good idea to add vinegar.
Yeah, some people do. Some people do add vinegar towards their salad leaves. Yeah.
Exactly. And
so we have some olive oil, beautiful olive oil. So talk to us about the olive oil. What type of the quality of olive oil it should be to use for this particular dish?
For this particular dish, it is the best to have extra virgin cold pressed olive oil.
Is that easy to find here in Victoria?
It is easy. Perfect. Even many big markets carry them.
So you didn't bring it all the way from Turkey?
No, especially why I picked this recipe. It is very easy to find all the ingredients in Victoria.
Nice. That's a good one. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So today, in total, we are going to use around 120 milliliter olive oil, or maybe 180 milliliter olive oil. So, but we are not going to pour all olive oil in once, you know. We are going to keep some part of olive oil to add after cooking.
Right.
To keep the flavor of olive oil. I think Sylvia, I started learning cooking when I was kid by watching my family members, like when my grandmother was cooking or my mother was cooking. Also, one of my childhood memory is still like yesterday. I remember I like one recipe, mantı is a kind of Turkish ravioli. So it needs several people to prepare easily.
Yeah. Because you do it from scratch, right?
Exactly.
The raviolis. Yeah.
Exactly, from preparing dough and
that sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun.
And then cutting them little square and putting ground beef one by one, and then folding them like little pockets.
A lot of labor.
Very.
A lot of labor of love, right?
Yeah, so we need to.
Okay. So you want to?
Yes. Also, I like to add the carrots. So they are, you can see they are 1 centimeter thickness. If you have bigger carrots, you can just make it half.
Okay.
To have the similar size, because when you have similar size carrots, they will cook around the same time.
At the same time,
So, So let me add this. So yes, for example, I have 3 ants. So all my ants, even they were little, and also my mother, my aunt, and I think I was around maybe 4-year-old or 5-year-old.
Wow, pretty young.
I was helping them.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, it is.
So that's the thing about cooking, right? The more the merrier, because we all want to participate and we all are going to be eating. And the more you participate, the more you work, the better the food tastes, right? Because you know that you are part of creating it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So invite all your children, you mothers out there, invite your children to come to the kitchen and cook with you.
So let me finish these carrots. You can see a few slices are a little bigger. I am going to make them half.
Right.
To just have similar size. Even you have carrots bigger than what we have here. You can even cut them 4 pieces.
Right.
Our carrots are okay. Now we almost finished the most difficult parts.
Okay. So now we have the onions. The onions are now transparent, a little bit soft, and we just add the carrots, and they are going to be cooking here together with the onions. Smells beautifully. So what do we have next?
Next, I like to add garlic.
Garlic.
And today I am planning to use around 6 cloves, but these are medium size, I believe.
Yeah.
If you have, let's say that if you have smaller size, even you can, this is very personal choice, you can just add as is if you have small one.
So add a whole garlic clove, right?
Yes.
If they're small,
without cutting. Or if you don't have small ones, let's add few of them this way.
Right.
But if you have a big one, you can make the similar size.
Okay.
But
so
how
not
I
too
like,
thin, not too thin, right?
No. But how I like to cut them into thin strips.
Okay.
Yes, like this.
Right, I see.
Yeah, I like to cut them thin strips because also I like to see them after cooking when I am eating.
All right. So you cut them big enough for them not to disappear, so that you can still see them when you eat
Yeah,
the dish, right?
exactly.
Right. Okay.
But if you don't want to see or feel them, you can use a device like this one and press it so even you will not feel it.
Right. So you told me that you had 3 aunts.
Yes.
So
3 aunts, one uncle.
and one uncle. So when you were growing up, the was it the society in your part of Turkey, was it very constructive in the sense like those roles of the role of the woman and men, were they very defined, or do you think it has changed or is still the same now?
Of course, now the change is huge. But I was born and grown in Istanbul, so it is biggest city. Yes.
Right. Okay.
We so in bigger cities we have more modern life earlier than
Right.
before. But even though these years, yes, the roles of woman mostly was being mother, taking care of house, holding like cooking or cleaning of house or preparing kids for school. But nowadays all these are changed because now in modern worlds now women, even Turkish women, are very important part of Turkish labor. So now they have more responsibilities. So now we Turkish men, we share these
You share
responsibilities.
responsibilities, right? Because I mean, family is a huge responsibility, and then we have to get out of our home and then face the society's responsibilities, such as our work, right? And it's
Exactly.
nice to know that now couples or families are helping each other with the work at home as well as outside of the home, right?
Yeah, this is a beautiful part. Yes.
So tell us about because a lot of people don't know that Turkey is a big country, but
Yeah.
also it has different religions within the
Exactly.
country, right? So can you tell us a little bit of what type of religious people live in Turkey?
Sure. Mostly Turkish people are Muslims.
Okay, all right, interesting. Yeah.
Mostly, but still we have Christians, Orthodox Christians, and Jewish people. But now these communities are getting smaller, unfortunately. But it is because, for example, in my neighborhood when I was growing, I have friends from every religions and different ethnicities. It was beautiful,
Right.
and
Right.
still we are good friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sylvia, I would like to add
Now you want to add the chickpeas.
Chickpeas,
Oh, excellent. So we are going to add. So we have onions, we have garlic, and we have carrots. And now Erkan wants to add the chickpeas that are going to give some consistency to the dish.
exactly. Now we can see the carrots are ready, changing the color.
Yeah.
So I think for 1 kilo leeks, I will use around 400 milligram
Right.
chickpeas,
Right.
maybe a little bit more. End of the day, yes, I think it will need a little bit more. So I add 1.5 cup of chickpeas.
So 1.5 cup of chickpeas.
Exactly.
Nice.
And also, I think soon it is time to add rice and maybe salt and sugar.
Okay.
Let's add them too, maybe. Okay, so I am going to add around This is a teaspoon, 5 milliliter.
Of salt?
Yes.
Okay.
And this kosher salt. If you have table salt, please add less.
Yeah.
You know. Even it,
and even for those people that don't eat salt, it's okay not to add salt because the flavors of the vegetables and the chickpeas as well
Exactly.
bring flavor, right? So
exactly.
yeah.
So this part is optional, yes.
Yeah.
But I suggest strongly to add these optional ones as well. So also I like to add half teaspoon of sugar, even maybe a little more. Let's add 1 teaspoon to try today
Right.
because we have more than 1 kilo.
So notice how the most important ingredient, which is two. So
Yeah,
the two
two.
more important ingredients,
Exactly.
the leeks and the olive oil. So the
Exactly.
olive oil we add first, but we are going to add the leeks the last, and then we are going to add the olive oil again at the end of the
At the end of,
of. So yeah, interesting. It's just something that I noticed. Sorry.
Yes, because you know because now we saute the other vegetables,
Right.
especially now onion and garlic release their taste and flavor
Yeah.
to the oil. So beautiful, and it is
It
ready.
looks amazing and it smells really good. Really good.
So let's add the leeks. As we thought, we cut them diagonally and around 3 centimeter, and even we want to keep the shape of them during cooking. So now after we add them, we are going to stir slowly or very gently.
Okay.
Because when it starts to cook, leek tends to
Expand a little bit and soften.
and also how can I say, this shape easily.
Okay. Oh, so it loses their shape a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Once they are soft is what you mean.
Exactly. So let's add them all together. And also I would like to add little bit acidity to this dish. And today we are going to use half lemon, but for cooking part, I'm not going to use the whole half lemon, maybe just a little bit, Just a little bit.
The pot is becoming hot for me to hold.
Oh.
Yeah. So the lemon, why do you think that we are putting? Yeah, I'm gonna let you do this because I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to.
No, now it is
to break
safe,
anything.
just because we add them.
So
now they're still together.
We allow the chef to do the hard part here.
Oh, thank you. So we can just stir them a little bit. Now the dish almost ready to cook. The last thing to be able to cook.
Oh, the rice.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we cannot forget the rice, and we cannot forget the burger, right?
Exactly. So,
yeah, very important for the dish.
But we don't want to turn the recipe
into rice
or pilau. So just little bit, just let's say, because we are going to mix with bulgur. So let's say that half tablespoon, maybe less.
Yeah.
Just because maybe a little bit. It looks like not too much, but this is what we want, Otherwise, rice especially expand. A little bulgur, a little more safer ingredients.
Perfect. It's just it's like a little game. It looks so beautiful.
Yeah, now you can see the fresh green color and orange
the
and
orange, the
brown,
rice,
light brown, chickpeas. I love the colors. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. So, and how much water do we put here right now?
Today, I think for this size of pot, at least 2 cups of water.
Right. Okay.
Because we add cold water,
Yeah.
we want to reach the boiling temperature. So
Okay.
we are going to
Cover?
use the lid. Yes, cover with the lid, and also we can now
Raise
raise the temperature until water starts boiling. When it starts boiling, then we will reduce the temperature to medium low, even low, to cooking of the leek. So
because we want to make sure that the vegetables are soft and nice and ready for a bite, right? So we don't want them very, very crunchy. We want them
No.
soft, right?
no. And also today we use half-cooked chickpeas. Yes.
Okay.
So these are
canned chickpeas?
canned chickpeas.
Okay.
Of course, one night before you can prepare your own chickpeas. So these are half-cooked chickpeas. So I think cooking around 30 minutes will be enough to cook everything like vegetables, chickpeas, carrots.
Yeah. And we will time it here 30 minutes more or less, right?
Yes, but we should. Okay, it is difficult to see now because of it is. Yeah, it gets a little bit boiling now.
So okay, is it fully boiling there?
Yeah.
So you want to reduce the heat now, or you want to leave it
I
still?
think in few minutes I am going to reduce.
Right. Okay. So, and while we wait, I would love for you to just answer some questions about,
Sure.
like, for example, what is the typical dish from Turkey?
I think this is the most difficult question to ask a Turkish person.
Why?
Why? Because I think we have many delicious recipes, dishes, and it is very difficult to pick one of them.
Okay. So
But
in your case,
yeah, let's make it easier to me. If you ask me which dish is most famous around the world, I think most of people knows kebabs.
kebabs, yeah,
And most of people knows, I think, as dessert baklava.
baklava,
Also, we share this recipe with, also Greece,
Greece, yeah.
and Syria. And also, what I can say, baklava. Oh, another very famous one, I think, Turkish delight.
Turkish delight.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, I brought today.
Oh, you brought some Turkish delights.
Yes.
So you will show us later. So can we have a Turkish delight?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. So that, because I think it's important that the participants see what a Turkish delight looks like. So whenever it's ready, please bring it to us. So also, how is there, because a lot of people, they Greece, because you live in an area where there's so many cross paths, there's so many people have crossed. We have the Turks, we have the Greece, we have also the people from Cyprus as well. We have different ethnicities that have been crossing paths all through Turkey. So do you know that? Does every region have different dishes that are from different regions?
Exactly. It is not only ethnicity of people, and also different region of Turkey, we have different ingredients better than the others.
Better than the others,
Yeah.
like for example?
Even it is a small country size-wise, if you compare with Canada,
Yeah.
but still we have different climate for each
Okay.
areas.
Uh-huh.
So, for example, if you go to north of Turkey, we have coast of Black Sea, so we have the best anchovies there.
Anchovies.
So north of Turkey, people create every type of recipes, like from to soup or frying just fish or with rice or dessert or pickles with anchovies.
Wow.
But if you go west of Turkey, now more olive oils, fresh vegetables, so you can find more olive oil recipes, what we are cooking today, yes? Or if you go east of Turkey, now climate is, especially wintertime, colder, and they are very famous with their kebabs, You can, if you want to eat the best kebabs, you should go southern part of Turkey.
Okay.
And also we have the best baklava chefs at southern part of Turkey.
Okay.
Like I think maybe Antakya. Oh my goodness, Antakya has a beautiful cuisine there.
Nice.
We have a border with Syria, with this city. Or completely different if you go, for example, northwest of Turkey. Now you can find delicious lamb recipes because the Ottoman empires only ate lambs as red meat.
Red meat, yeah.
And they prefer lambs or sheep from that area.
Okay.
So still, I think one of the best lamb race in the world at northwest of Turkey.
Northwest of Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if I want to eat a tomato, let's say,
Okay,
so
yes.
which area of Turkey you would say that the best tomato comes from?
I think if you go to, for example, south of Turkey, still you can find. But the other one, if you like to have beef tomato,
Beef tomato.
a beef steak tomato or big
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Yeah.
The huge ones, yeah.
And I think I suggest you to go to northwest of Turkey,
Northwest
like
of
Çanakkale, for example.
Okay. Çanakkale.
Yeah.
So you have you have good vegetables, good olive oil, good fish, good
Exactly.
lamb, and on top of that, you also make delicious desserts, right?
Oh yes, this is another family. Desserts. You can find desserts like using milk or dairy products. This one line, or the other line is like pastries, like baklava. Baklava is thin, super thin filos, and each layer you are adding nuts like pistachio or
Almonds.
walnuts or almonds.
Yeah.
Different nuts.
Yeah.
And then at the end, after you oven them, we are adding syrup with on the top.
Is there
And
much
it's
difference between
observed-
that syrup and the syrup that we have here and the maple leaf syrup?
I think
Is there difference in flavor?
Okay, I use Turkish. I cheated. I said syrup because it is basically water and sugar.
Oh, okay.
We are cooking and make it little bit thicker. And we call it syrup.
Oh, and here we have the Turkish delight. Thank you for bringing it. Thank you. So, would you like to explain to our viewers the Turkish delight?
Okay. So I think it is very traditional.
It's very
one.
traditional, right?
Yes, I think another one from Ottoman Empire. As I know, it is scarch with some nuts and
Okay.
sugar,
Uh-huh.
and you are boiling it until it make very thick. And for this one, inside we have pistachios, and outside it is coconut.
All right. Nice. So, and do you eat this in special occasions or anytime you want to eat it?
Anytime you want to eat it. Also, we like Turkish coffee, yes. Some people also serve 1 or 2 pieces of Turkish delight, so it can bring the
Balance
balance
of the
in your
bitterness of the
palate.
coffee and
Yes.
the sweet of the Turkish delight. Yeah. So yeah, there's something like that, small and sweet. But I don't eat sweet, and I don't drink coffee. But you can mix them, as Erkan said. You can serve them with a little bit of coffee and a little bit of sweet, and just have some Turkish delight and have fun,
Yeah.
right?
We can see.
The food is not ready yet. We can see, but we can lift it up so
Yeah.
that so we can show the cameras
Oh yes, please.
as how it's looking now. So what do you think?
Now leeks started to cook, but now still the green is very bright.
Okay,
So it means that it needs to cook a little bit more.
a little bit more. Yeah, because it has to look like opaque a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So we close it back. So the temperature is fine, right?
Yes, I think fine. Don't want to lower too much.
Yeah, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to burn the
No.
vegetables either, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe also we can show, if you're not sure, still you can very gently move them to see if you have still enough water.
And I think we do have enough water.
Yes,
right?
for us, and also leak release
Okay.
water. But let's say that I think we cook together with our audience, yes. If they think they have less water, they can boil a little bit water and add just a little bit. Because also the other trick, when water is boiling, it looks like you have tons of water, but sometimes you have just a little bit water.
So you have to watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, just play, just look, be careful, look at your dish, look how it's looking. And if you think that you need something, more like water, then add the water, right? It will never go bad, if you add a little bit more of water. But with the vegetables, you have to make sure that they are cooked, they are soft, because this type of dish as well, you were saying that is used a lot too for elderly people, right? So tell us a little bit more about that.
Especially our elderly people prefers to have olive oil recipes with olive oils because they are more healthy and easy to digest if you compare with red meat. Yes.
Right.
And also summertime. In Turkey, temperatures around maximum 35, but of course south of Turkey 40 centigrade degrees. So sometimes red meat is too heavy.
Right.
So our body wants to, something lighter. Our body do not want to struggle to digest. So this recipe also is very helpful for summertime to get refreshed because we can serve it cold.
Right.
Or I like to eat room temperature or cold. Especially if it is a hot summer day, just I take out from the fridge and serve.
Mm-hmm.
And some people also add a little bit
more
lemon juice.
So you're saying that this dish we can cook it, and then if we don't want to eat it today, we can keep it in the refrigerator and then eat it the next day.
Especially, I suggest to not eat today. At least.
You hear that? So he's saying cook it today, but don't eat it today. Eat it tomorrow because it tastes much better, right?
I think the best way to wait until it cools down. After it cools down, put in a nice container and with the lid, keep it inside the fridge.
Right.
At least one night, overnight, And if it waits one night, all this flavor will get together and you will feel the explode of the flavor.
Okay.
It will be a huge difference today and next day.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have one more look at this, and I think it's looking Beautiful.
Yeah, it is getting
Yeah.
closer.
It's getting closer and closer.
And Sylvia, because we say that they can add water, but please do not add cold water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you add the water to the dish, if you need to add water, do not add cold water. Just boil a little bit of water in your kettle and then add a little bit of water. Before we start interviewing Erkan about his migration story to Canada, I want him to show you how he served the dish and how he ends with the dish. Please, Erkan, go ahead.
So now it is beautifully cooked.
Yeah.
So we can turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to add the remaining part of the olive oil.
Okay, so the olive oil, you add it into the pot, not on the dish. Okay, all right. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And also, today we use how big is this? So I am adding around 120 milliliter olive oil more.
Right, yummy.
It
looks delicious. You can see how it soaks the oil. It's just beautiful. Yeah.
And this olive oil recipe, so let's make it more Turkish, adding a little bit more.
A little bit. That makes it Turkish. Turkiye, right? Which is what.
Turkish touch.
Oh, okay, the Turkish touch.
And here now we don't have any heat anymore. So cooking process finished. We add the olive oil. Now it is the time to wait until it cools down. Not for us today.
Yeah.
So then it will absorb the new added olive oil with the fresh olive oil flavor and everything.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we don't have time today for that. So, but as he said, so you put the oil and then you let it cool and then you serve it cool to the plate. But we don't have time for that, so we're gonna serve it and then we are going to enjoy it after.
And then now, let's say that it is cooled down a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you? Thank you. And then we can gently add, because now leeks are cooked. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to. We want to keep their shapes.
All right.
So you can see.
So you don't want to break them when you are serving. So you want to make sure that those pieces of leeks are are whole. So don't break them.
Even maybe if they use a little bit bigger spoon, their life will be easier.
Right.
So first I like to add leek. I want to put the leek on the plates. And let's add more and more. And now let's add some colors like drawing a picture, yes. Mm-hmm. So I would like to add some orange color.
Right.
And this part, we'll happy to have a little bit more leeks. This part as well.
This is looking wonderful. What a great job.
And one more.
Excellent. Oh, perfect. This part of the program is very important because it brings us closer to our guests, right? We get to know what our guests, like for example, what made you choose Canada? What brought you to Canada?
I think always Canada is a good place in my mind. Beautiful geography, and people are very kind, and nature is good, and especially Victoria climate. The weather is very similar to Turkey, and I think these are the main reasons. Yes.
Right. So, what do you do here besides cooking for your family? So, what do you do professionally? This is a question actually that is very it's a question that is very popular in the Canadian culture. People tend to ask you, at a party or at a gathering or at an the first question they ask your name, and then the second question is, what do you do for a living?
Yes, I'm a computer scientist.
Okay.
So now I work with Ocean Networks Canada. It is an initiation of okay. It is part of UVic. UVic own and host this project, and I love being a part of this project as well.
Right, so you're enjoying your job.
Exactly.
So, and how long have you been in Canada, Erkan?
Oh, I came to here in 2013, 10 years ago.
Wow, time's fly, huh?
Yeah.
Where does it go, huh?
Exactly, just like that.
Yeah.
And I just came to here to study English for 1 year. But after 10 years, still I am here.
So you decided to stay. You liked it so much that you decided to stay. Why not, right? And
Exactly.
of course, I'm bringing your talents, and bringing your studies, and bringing your professionalism. We are just happy to have you here in Canada. We are just happy to share with you here in Victoria. So you said that you are from Turkey, and you said that. You have been here for 10 years,
Exactly.
and you are married also to a beautiful Colombian. I've heard. Somebody told me that.
Yes, I am super lucky. I met with her.
You met here in Canada, right?
Exactly.
And this is the beauty of Canada. So different people meet here. This wouldn't be possible in Turkey or in Colombia. But here you are, you met a person from Colombia, you are from Turkey, and you're here in Canada together. How wonderful is that?
Yes, life is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
now
it
I am far, almost 10,000 kilometers far from my country, and I found my love here.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's fantastic. So some people are asking us, do you participate also in community activities? So what in the community? Because somebody told us that you're quite involved also in the community. So can you talk to us about that, about the community work that you do here?
Sure. Before COVID, with my wife, we were part of the soup kitchen. We helped the soup kitchen around 3 years. But at the same time, also I am a board member of a refugee support group, Carmo Refugee Support Group.
Yeah.
Also, we established this group in 2017.
Wow.
And just last week, we learned that government approved our application.
Nice.
And end of March, the family will be here.
Nice.
Exactly.
Oh, awesome. Because how many of you are on the board?
I think because it was a long journey. We established 6 years ago, but I think the core group is around 6 or maybe 8 people still. But I think in total we are way more than this. Let's say around 20 people, because
so it's a big organization, it's a big group.
It is. Also, we are helping Marwo. Marwo is a Somalian.
Yeah, I know Marwa.
Do you know?
Marwa in the community. Yes.
And we help her family. Also, there is another refugee support group, George Telecom.
I don't know them. No.
And they help her husband's family.
Oh, excellent.
So now also we are sisters sisters refugee support groups. Also we help each other.
Nice.
For every type
great.
of fundraising.
Yeah, because it is amazing to see what a group of people can do, right? To help other people, because and that is what Canada is about. We are about helping people, making people life better, and I think it's important that we welcome the new immigrants. We show them our way of living, our culture here in Canada, and so that they can adapt easier and faster, right?
Exactly.
And that's also they can have a better life.
Exactly.
So people want to also know, what do you miss the most from Turkey?
Yes, of course, my family. It is because it is not easy to visit for weekends. For example, I have to plan it maybe couple weeks, couple months before, and also some foods,
Of
Turkish
course, food.
foods.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe, maybe it is interesting, but I miss green pepper.
Green pepper.
Yes.
Don't you like the green peppers here?
No, I like here too, but I miss
The flavor maybe,
flavor
right?
of
Because the
Turkish.
soil is different, right?
Exactly.
Right, yeah, the green peppers. And it is very interesting how food tastes differently, depending where you are, right? And it's very common for people to say that they miss certain vegetables from their country because they
Exactly.
don't taste the same as here, right?
And also, I want to add, some vegetables or fruits are way better here.
Oh,
So
okay.
now I am
Like for example,
avocado.
the avocado is better here than in Turkey.
Yes,
Interesting.
yes. I am
Interesting.
addicted of avocado here. Also salmon.
The salmon, the
super
fish.
delicious.
Oh yeah, the salmon here is great.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
I love salmon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes, what I can, we have different type of breakfast, but also I like egg Benedict here.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, you were telling me the other day that one of the, because I was asking you if in Turkey the family has a day from the week that they meet together, and you said that yes, one day a week, Sundays, right?
Yes, Sundays.
Sundays you all meet together for breakfast, right? And so, can you tell us a little bit about that type of breakfast? What entails to have? What do you have in that breakfast? What do you serve?
Sure. Yeah, because I am from Istanbul. It's a big city, so during the weekdays we have very busy schedule for whole family, and we have to leave earlier from home. So weekend, especially Sunday, is a perfect opportunity for any families to be around the table, share the memories or the life, how it goes. Also, Turkish people, I think, will like to have Turkish breakfast. I think it is not a one meal; it is a ceremony because we like to have many different, like tapas, many different small dishes around the table. Like, for example, it is very classical. For a Turkish person, black oil, olives, and green olives, and feta cheese. These are the musts, and also like different types of jams and butter and pastries we call börek, and also we have to have tomatoes, especially if it is summertime, tomatoes and cucumber.
Nice.
And I can add more, eggs and sausage and hot dogs.
So it seems to be a big variety. So there is food and flavors for everybody, right?
Exactly.
So if you just want to eat olives, you can eat olives. You want to eat cheese, you can eat cheese. You want to eat salad or vegetables, you can eat that as well. Your immigration to Canada. So as you told us, Canada was a country that you always dreamt of. You always had in your mind as a place where you could move and live here. And has the transition been easy for you, moving from Turkey to here?
Yes, I think it was the best decision to come to Victoria, because it is a perfect place, because Victorians are very welcoming to newcomers. And also I started my life here by studying English. So it helped me to make friends and relations and networks, social network easily. And then after this 1 year completed, I decided to have more experience, Canadian experience, so I applied for my master's at UWIC.
All right.
So I
Your
have
master's in what?
in computer science.
In computer science, yeah.
Yes. It, after 1 year studying English, it gave me another 2-3 years studying and making more friends. So when I graduated in 2017, I already almost finished my transition.
Nice.
And also I was
Wow.
lucky because when I came to here for my master's, also I met with my wife.
Right.
So it makes my life easier.
Easier.
As well.
That's yeah, sweeter.
Exactly.
So, thank you so much for sharing that. And so it's beautiful how he had said that while he was studying, he made his transition, because this is very important. Institutions like UVic, Commerson are great institutions to help new students, to help new immigrants. And so the students, they need that support. So this institution needs to put support in place to help this student to be successful. Some of them will stay here and some of them will go back to their country. But let me tell you something, the great majority stay because they love it. They love how the institutions, the life is here. They realize the opportunities that they may have here. And this is great for us, Canada. It's great to have engineers, to have doctors, to have nurses, and that is what we want, because we want people to live happy. We want to live in a high standards society, in a quality society, in a quality democracy. So we are just so happy to have people like you coming here and being part of this community. And so I think we're gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for tuning again to see us and for spending time with us, with Chef Erkan from Turkey and with me, Sylvia Mange.
Thank you, Sylvia. Today was amazing experience for me. I am very happy to share my experience in Canada. And also I want to say thank you to Clea in behalf of you. Thank you for hosting me today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so in the name of my organization, Kulia Culture Society, we want to thank our sponsors, or we want to thank the BC Heritage. BC Heritage. Also, we want to thank Van City. We want to thank Shaw Spotlight. And of course, we want to thank our great, magnificent project manager, Griselda, who is standing there looking at me. So thank you again, and we'll see you next month.